Hey everyone, it's Catherine. So I went live last night to launch our group and share, the details about who I am and what this opportunity is all about. And it didn't post for some reason. I pressed post and it didn't save the recording. And so I'm just going to go live again really quick to talk about who I am and what I do and, what this business is all about and how you can, do that too. And I'm also going to be talking a little bit about, the day-to-day life as a coach. I'll go into more detail about that tomorrow. But, excuse me, I just ate lunch. I am 8.5 months pregnant. I don't know if you can tell. But, anyways, my name is Catherine. For those of you who don't know me personally, I know that a lot of us in here are good friends and, you've been following me for a while and have been wondering what this is all about and how you can get started too. But a lot of us are also strangers. And so I'm really excited to get to know, all of you. We're already going to be welcoming, let's see. So we had one more person today. So we're already welcoming 5 people onto the team. Wow. So that means that 5 spots remain for my June mentorship. Every month I open up 10 spots on my team because I know that I can handle helping 10 people get started with their business, but any more than that, and I feel like I can't really give everyone the attention that they need, and I really like to get people started off on the right foot, and so it's all that I can handle, but I'm really excited because we're welcoming some really amazing people onto the team, and there are such incredible stories to be told in here. Those of you who I've been talking with on one-on-one, man, your stories are so powerful. And, even if your story is just, I use the word just as even if your story is just like, I lost some weight and I feel better about myself, like that is still huge. But everybody that I've talked to has so much more power in their story than just that. And so anyways, for those of you who don't know me personally, my name is Catherine Cowan. Hey, Jonna, good to see you on, girl. My name is Catherine Cowan. I am a 2-star Diamond Beachbody coach. I'm the founder of the Freedom Collective, which is my coaching team, and the Freedom Fit Fam, which is my fitness community. And that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years, just over 3 years. I've been, pouring into my team and into my challengers and helping people not only to get results in their health and fitness, but helping people to build a business like I have. And so I've been working on this business seriously for a little over, almost 2 years. My first year and several months, I really dabbled. This was really a hobby for me. And then I remember when I gave birth to my son, 2 weeks later, I went to work and I was like, I don't want to work full time anymore. I had been directing a music program for 5 years. I was, working full time, not making very much money as a music director because, teachers don't make any money and music teachers really don't make any money. So, and then, I wanted to be home with my son. I went to work and I just realized, I'm aching for my baby. And so I decided, I'm going to stay home. And that's when I decided to take this business seriously. And from the time that I said, I'm going to stop dabbling to today, I've really built my business substantially. I saw somebody just hopped on and then they hopped right off, or maybe they got kicked off. But if you're here, don't forget to say hi and let me know if you're live or watching the replay. But anyways, I've been doing this for 3 years now, even though I've only been taking it seriously for 2 years. But what I've noticed more than anything is that every single person in this business does things differently. Everyone has a different focus. Everyone has a different brand, a different spice to their business. And that is really powerful because that means, first of all, this isn't about being a cookie cutter coach. Every single person has a story to tell. Every single person can make a difference in somebody else's life. And that is, amazing. It also means that it's not about being a fitness expert. The only thing I knew about fitness when I started coaching was how to do it wrong. I knew what not to do. And so, I was able to help people by just following my own program, following the own nutrition program that I was following. I was able to help other people do that. And I'll talk to you more about that. But it's not about being anything. It's simply about shining your light as a person, sharing your journey, and as you grow and as you become healthier and happier and better and, just a brighter version of yourself, which will happen. It will happen. Even if you are the most vibrant person in the universe, you will only get better. And, that is going to be inspiring to people, and you're going to show them, how you've overcome hard things, and they're going to be inspired to overcome their hard things. And so, all of you have incredible stories. There are some amazing, amazing ladies in this group. And I've also gotten a lot of questions. And so I hope to answer some of those over the next couple of days. But today I'm going to talk about 3 things. I'm going to talk about who I am. I'm going to talk about what I do, and I'm going to talk about my story, because I think that as a coach, the most important thing that we can do is connect with our story, because that is how we help people. The way that we help people is by sharing the things that we've been through and showing them that, hey, I've been through hard things and, I'm able to live a healthy life. And so if you are going through hard things, you can overcome and you can live a healthy life despite those. And so, think about the people in your life who you want to inspire. I want to hear about them today. So, I'm going to kind of change gears here. I want to talk about what we do as coaches. Sorry, my phone is balanced precariously in my car. I was going to go outside. I'm at the park. I was going to go outside and go live, but it's raining. Ooh, so I don't want to. So, I am going to talk about what I do, exactly, what this company is all about. And so if you haven't figured it out by now, which I think most of you have talked to me one-on-one, I am partnered with Beachbody. So Beachbody is a health and fitness company that's been around since 1998. And basically, it started out as an infomercial company. And I don't know if you've ever heard of P90X, but Tony Horton, who is the creator of P90X, partnered with the CEO of Beachbody, Carl Daikeler, and John Congdon, and they started marketing P90X, and they started, selling all of these copies of P90X. You probably have a bootleg copy of P90X in your house right now. Like, I know I do. Everybody knows about P90X because, dang, that program got people results, right? And so, but what's really cool is that since Beachbody started out as an infomercial company, they were marketing this workout program. And they started doing some research because they started realizing that the people who were like partnering up to do the program together were getting better results. And so they're like, how can we do this online so that everybody who's doing P90X can come together and do it together? So they decided to create this forum on the internet, and it was called like the Super Gym, I think. And people who were doing P90X got access to the Super Gym, and they did the program together. And then as people finished P90X, they would stay in the forum and they would help coach the newbies who were just starting the program. And they realized that the people who were sending in their before and after pictures, through the when they would buy the program from an infomercial, and they would send in their before and after pictures, if they were participating in the forum, their results were way better. And they realized that that's because one of the most vital aspects of health and fitness is support from other people, right? And so when they realized that the people who had finished the program were staying in and coaching the newbies, they were like, I wonder if we could compensate them in some way for doing this, and then, get them telling other people like in their lives about the program, get those people doing the programs, get those people getting results, and then little by little, we're just ending the trend of obesity in the nation and making an income doing it. So they decided, all right, well, the best way that we can do this is network marketing. Basically, I reach out to, people I know, and they reach out to people they know, and, we use our network to build our business. And when Carl Daikeler presented this idea to the board, they all said, heck no, we're not going to do that. That's crazy. That's going to fail. There's no way that this is going to succeed. And he was like, well, I'm the CEO and I think we should do it. And so they're like, all right, we're going to give you 6 months and you can try this. And it was so successful that all of them apologized to him because they didn't realize what he realized. And that is that people buy fitness programs all the time. Fitness is like the number one industry, aside from pharmaceuticals. Fitness is the number one industry in our nation because obesity is so prevalent. People want to be fit, people want to be healthy, but they don't know how to do it. So what do? They go buy workout DVDs, right? But then those workout DVDs sit and collect dust and they never get used because nobody is there to support them. And so as coaches, we get to support people. We get to use the programs that are already created for us. We don't have to know anything about fitness up front. You know, we learn as we go, obviously, and if you do know a lot about health and fitness, then that'll be an asset to you, but it's not necessary. It's something that you can learn as you go, and you will. I did. But we get to use that, the resources that are already available to us to help other people on their journey. And so first you need to understand, before anything else, before you start doubting yourself and questioning I don't think I can do all that. You just need to understand, again, there's no such thing as a cookie cutter coach. Successful coaches look a lot of different ways. There are successful coaches who are still 200 pounds overweight, you guys. Very, very successful coaches. Because you know what? They started out 300 pounds overweight. And they have shared their story as they went. So no, you don't have to be in amazing shape. No, you don't need to know everything about nutrition. You don't have to be tall and, thin and perfect and, have your perfect blonde beach waves. You don't have to be anything. Truly, when you think about the things that hold you back, the things that you feel insecure about, the things that, maybe you feel like it's going to be a deal breaker for you, that is what's going to connect you to more people. That's what's going to make you inspiring to more people. And so, that's what's going to help you find the people that you can connect with, because here's the thing, as coaches, we never have to compete with each other. I never have to be oh my gosh, I better not tell anybody my secrets about how I was successful, because then they might be more successful than me. Because the more successful you are, the more successful the whole team is. Because when you can figure out how to, talk to your people, when you can figure out how to connect with your niche market, the person who is the ideal person, who would be a perfect fit for your team, who would be a perfect fit for your challenge groups, that person is going to look a lot different than my person, right? Your ideal person is going to look like you. My ideal person is going to look like me. And so we're not competing with each other as coaches, because we're all in this together. It's all about facilitating, helping more people, finding more people who we can help. And so, there are so many people in this world who need help, and we have the tools to help them. And that is incredible. That is what this is all about. And so, with all of that being said, I want to just talk to you for a quick second about my story and how this, whole thing has helped me. As coaches, we use Beachbody workout programs, okay? We use Shakeology, which is an incredibly nutrient-dense meal replacement shake that's full of superfoods, adaptogens, medicinal herbs, no artificial ingredients ever. It's totally organic. It's amazing. And we use the nutrition systems that come with our programs. That is how we help people. Workouts, dense nutrition, and, basically a meal plan. And so, that has been transformative in my life in so many ways, because for those of you who don't know me well, when I was 15 years old, I got really, really sick and I almost died. And my doctors told my parents that they needed to prepare themselves to lose me, that I was going to die unless some sort of miracle happened. And so here I am, a 15-year-old girl, grappling with my mortality, feeling like, oh my gosh, I haven't done anything with my life yet and now I'm going to die. And by some miracle, I survived, and I'm so grateful for that. But over the course of my treatment, the doctors gave me some medicine that actually made things worse, and I developed a lot of damage to my organs. I had horrible GERD symptoms. I had horrible stomach problems. Basically, every single time I ate, I would end up a puddle on the floor because it was so painful all the time. And so Basically every date with my husband ended up in, me crying and asking to go home because I just couldn't eat food. I was on a liquid diet 7 to 10 days out of every single month. So because of, not being able to get the nutrition that I needed, I was grumpy. I was not sleeping. My weight fluctuated like crazy because the times that I could eat, I would just eat everything. And so my weight was literally fluctuating by 20 pounds a month. And I'm 5'2". I'm a shrimp, you guys. 20 pounds a month is crazy. And so I started, researching clean eating. I started trying to do what I could. And in 2014, I got pregnant. And then a few months later, I found out that my baby had passed away 6 months prior. And I thought everything was fine. The doctor said everything was fine. And then one day it was just like, just kidding. Your baby has not been alive for the last 6 weeks. And I spiraled into a horrible, horrible season of depression. And hey, Cassandra, good to see you, girl. So, as I spiraled, this is where the emotional side of my story comes in. Okay. So, I realized that I was looking at my body as my enemy. I was looking at my body as, this thing that was working against me instead of working for me. I started to close myself off from all of my friends. We were in full-time ministry at a church, and I felt like a complete fraud because I was so miserable, and yet I was supposed to be this source of inspiration, like, for other people, and I felt like a fraud. I felt angry because we were spending so much of our time helping other people, and yet we never saw each other. We were working, 40 to 60 to 80 hours a week between working full-time, going to school full-time, and ministry. We literally never saw each other. And so I just felt like I was dealing with my loss all by myself. I felt abandoned. I felt like there was no one there to help me through my loss. And I realize now that I was the one closing myself off from support, but that's not how it felt at the time. And so then, on the other side of this is the financial side. Here we were, a newlywed couple. We were going to school full time, making no money. I mean, I'm totally embarrassed to tell you how far into the hole we were. Every single month we were charging gas and groceries on a credit card at the end of every month. I had to say no to going to coffee with my friends, to going to dinner with my friends, to getting that support that I needed, just going out and, not thinking about the depression and the trauma that I had been through. And, I was working so hard, and I just felt so disillusioned with how things were going. And then all of a sudden, it was a year later, here we are, $10,000 in credit card debt at that point. And no, more than that. And after all that stress and all that struggle and losing our child, that was actually my second miscarriage. The first one was a chemical pregnancy. It was a year later, and I did not recognize myself. I was in the worst state of my life, and I realized, all right, I've got to do something about this. And so I had actually deleted my Facebook for a year before reinstating it at this point in my life. And just something told me hey, you should get on Facebook and look. And I came across a friend of mine who was a Beachbody coach. And she was sharing about her workouts. She was sharing about Shakeology, which I started doing research on, because when I hear the word adaptogens, when I hear, medicinal herbs, I think, hey, that sounds legit. I'm a very natural, person. I'm not a huge fan of pharmaceutical drugs and that kind of stuff, but I knew that Shakeology had really good stuff in it, and I was spending $6 a day juicing because I couldn't eat solid food. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna look into this because I need to get nutrition somehow. And then I realized that people who had GERD, like I did, were getting really good results with Shakeology, and I was like, okay, well, I really want to try that. And at first, I saw my coach posting on social media, and I was honestly a little annoyed. I was like, all right, seems like she's a little extreme. I don't know if I'm really on board for that. But today, I can say I am so grateful that she was brave enough to keep on sharing. Even though she probably knew that people like me were in the shadows doubting her, doubting that this was legit, because thanks to her sharing her journey, I was inspired to start mine. And I can't even tell you, like, we literally could not afford for me to start this business. We couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford Shakeology. We couldn't afford for me to invest in a fitness program. But I knew that I wanted to try. I knew that I needed Shakeology in my life. I knew that it was going to help me. And so I was like, all right, here's the deal. I'm going to look at this like as a business, because I knew that you could make money as a coach. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to try this. I'm a mess. I don't think I'm ever going to like go anywhere with this, but I'm going to try. I'm going to get my Shakeology paid for my first month. And so I decided that I was going to put my challenge pack, my Shakeology and my fitness program on a credit card, and that was going to be the last thing that I put on that credit card before I started paying it off with my Beachbody income. And that is all I wanted. I wanted to make enough money to cover Shakeology and to start just, putting a little tiny dent into that credit card debt. And I wish somebody would have shaken me years before to tell me, do this. This is an option for you, because my life was forever changed from that moment forward. Within 2 months, not only was I off of my medication, not only was I down 10 pounds and 12 inches off of my body, not only was I seeing abs and biceps for the first time in my life, but you guys, I was pregnant again after almost 2 years. No, over a year, just over a year of trying to get pregnant again. I was pregnant again, and that little boy is now 2, and he has a little brother who's going to be born next month. Probably in July. And my life just started transforming, and I was in this horrible pit, and all of a sudden, the lights started coming back on, and I was remembering who I was, and my life was transforming. And I wasn't trying to make a bunch of money. I never thought that I would make money doing this. I was literally just trying to help people the way I had been helped, to inspire people the way I had been inspired, because I saw that this was changing my life. And so that is why I do not care if there are people in the background thinking I'm a little skeptical of this, because I was skeptical, right? I was skeptical of this. I thought, okay, well, maybe this is a pyramid scheme, which, by the way, it's not. We'll talk about that later. I thought, I really don't want to be a salesy social media, Beachbody all the time. I didn't want to be that, and I'll teach you how to not be that way. And I also didn't want to be bugging everybody in my life, trying to get them to sign up for something that was just going to suck. Everyone who joins my groups loves them, so I don't have to ever feel guilty about, inviting people. And I don't bother my friends and family. They know what I'm doing. They can, ask me if they want to. But today, I'm the one who has to be brave, because there are too many women out there who are in a pit of depression like I was, who want to be pregnant, who want to, stop having horrible pain all the time, who want to dig themselves out of their own pit, and who just need somebody to inspire them to do it. And so that is why I love what I do. That is why I love what I do. And that is why I love teaching other people how to help people. Because alone, there's only so much that I can do as one person. But together as a team, imagine how many people we can reach. Imagine how many lives we can change. And that is my passion. It's not about me, being this crazy success. It's about me helping lots of people to help lots of people. It's like this chain reaction, this domino effect. And I know that our team is called to great things in this world. I know that our team is capable of so much. And I have so much love that I want to throw out there into the world. And I know that I can't do it by myself. So that is why I'm looking for women who have passion, women who have a drive, who want to see other people succeed. So I'm going to stop, because this is getting long. I don't even know how long it's been, but I'm excited to talk to you more about this. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. I'm excited to answer your questions. So if you do have questions, drop them below, and I will talk to y'all later about the details of our programs, nutrition plan, all that good stuff. All right, talk to you later.